for those who want to get as close to the falls as they possibly can, there are two open portals that put you face to face with a wondrous wall of water. More than 1 million visitors each year experience Journey Behind the Falls, as many as 30,000 a day.
It was like taking a shower but with clothes on.
When we walked down and we saw the falls and just looking up
and the pressure, yeah.
and seeing the sun reflecting in the distance, it was an amazing view and an amazing sight.
You're actually close enough to touch the water, but doing that is strictly off limits. It's flowing so fast it would actually break bones, and the Park Service makes sure visitors are kept at a safe distance. But that doesn't seem to spoil the experience.
The power, you can feel it from your feet, you know, all the way through your body, and I like that. You go underneath the falls and the air, everything is just vibrating, just because it's pulsing because of the power. You can't get it anywhere else.
It's amazing to think that you're in this little tunnel and that there is this entire waterfall and lake over you. And you see a little water cracking through the ceilings and you're thinking, oh my gosh, is this gonna come crashing down?
Seem so insignificant, don't you? You know,
yeah.
Nature at its most powerful and man at his least important, I guess.
It's enough to humble anyone and has probably made more than one visitor think about their place in the world. Coming up, one of the best ways to safely experience the power of Niagara, but be ready for a total immersion experience. When people visit Niagara Falls, they not only want to see the power and majesty of one of Mother Nature's finest works of aquatic art, they want to experience it. A popular attraction that gives visitors an incredible feel for the falls is Cave of the Winds. The name is an historical throwback to another time.
The Cave of the Winds was once a cavern behind the small Bridal Veil Falls. And until 1955, you could actually walk behind the Bridal Veil Falls. And it was so windy back there that it would take your breath away. Hence its name, Cave of the Winds. But in 1955, the state decided that because of rock falls that had happened before, in which some people were killed, that they were going to remove the ceiling of the cave forever. And so they blasted it away in 1955. So since then, you only walk up to the Bridal Veil Falls, not behind it.
But walking up to it can be just as thrilling. Today, a multi-platform deck winds down to the bottom of Bridal Veil Falls, where the wind whips up to hurricane speeds, averaging over 70 miles per hour, causing water to shoot in every direction. The reason? As water plummets over the falls, it takes air with it. The air gets compressed and then explodes, sending gusts of wind filled with mist flying everywhere. Those who brave the powerful gusts are rewarded with an amazing view. And from this vantage point, you can almost touch the falls, literally. Spectators are situated just 20 feet away on the wooden platform. Sound slippery? Well, before visitors are allowed on the deck, they are given special footwear and raincoats. And here's something you should know. The Cave of the Winds experience changes all the time. In fact, every year the attraction needs to be rebuilt thanks to the harshness of the seasons. But the falls aren't the only show in town. 1 mile downriver from the Niagara Gorge is one of nature's most terrifying creations, the Niagara Whirlpool.
The water enters the whirlpool. It swings around in a counterclockwise direction, which is rather unusual. Then it goes under the incoming current from the Whirlpool Rapids channel and then on down the far channel of the river.
As it tumbles toward the far channel, the pressure forces a stream of water under itself, creating ferocious currents as fast as 12 feet per second. It's a tricky stretch of river, but there's a sure way you're guaranteed to get a good look.
G'day folks, and welcome to the Whirlpool Aerocar. The Whirlpool Aero Car is this gondola here. It's a reversible ropeway. It's one of a kind in the world, and it's an awesome view.
Since 1916, the Aero Car has been a fixture in Niagara Falls, Canada, and it was created out of an international effort.
It was privately owned by a group of Spanish businessmen and had been constructed by a very brilliant Spanish engineer. The idea was to provide people with a bird's eye view of the whirlpool.
And that bird's eye view is 250 feet above the swirling waters. As the Aero Car crosses over, down below turmoil surges, boiling up from a depth of 126 feet. Simple translation, you don't want to go swimming down there.
Definitely did not want to be in that water.
The Aero Car is the very picture of simplicity. There are no seats, everybody stands, up to 35 can fit. It's only a 10-minute ride, but the appeal is timeless.
The Aero Car was relaxing, it was enjoyable. It was picturesque.
It's very nice, very slow and very calming in there. And you get a great view of stuff that, you get to watch all the whirlpools down there.
But if you really want to experience the heart-pounding, white-knuckle power of the whirlpool firsthand, you may want to stay on the Canadian side for another experience, the Niagara Whirlpool Jet Boat.
First off, we welcome you guys to Whirlpool Jet Boat Tours. My name is Charles. You can call me Chuck, Charlie, Charlitos, or even sometimes people call me Handsome.
At this point, guests get a good idea of what might be in store for them.
If you guys want to get totally drenched, totally wet, soaked to the bone, sit anywhere on the boat, all right? But if you want a little bit more adrenaline rush, sit in the first 3 rows we like to call the power rows, okay? Make sure you guys get your ponchos, your booties, and your life jackets.
But no matter what they give you or where you sit, count on one thing. This is going to be an 18-mile, hour-long, edge-of-your-seat thrill ride. The speedboat churns its way through stretches that make your hair stand on end, like the Devil's Hole Rapids of the lower Niagara River, known locally as Thunder Alley. The whitewater here is rated a Class 5, just about as difficult as it gets. And to navigate these powerful currents, it takes some state-of-the-art technology.
Well, what you're looking at here, this is about $500,000 worth of boat. You know, these boats, they do about 50 to 60 miles per hour, which a lot of boats will do that, but not many boats that will hold 54 people and climb through big rapids can do that sort of speed.
The jet boat can execute a 360-degree turn at top speed. It's called a Hamilton turn, named after the boat's engine.
It's really strong. I was amazed. I didn't expect to go so fast. There were some times that you just speed it up. We just spins and circles 360 degrees. Keep rolling from side to side. It was just the best.
These boats are so powerful that they are the only type certified by the Coast Guard to enter these treacherous waters.
We had like water splashing in our face. We couldn't breathe. It was really cool.
Couldn't see. It was like a sheet of water in front of you. It was like a blast.
I recommend it to every single person who's walking on this earth.
When the water crashes on you and you feel like you're about to die, it's insane. It's crazy fun.
This is the best thing we've done in Niagara Falls. Woo!
Way to go, you did it! You made it to the whirlpool!
For millions of visitors every year, Niagara Falls is an escape from the daily grind. The falls dazzled then as they do now, but they are a little brighter at night, courtesy of a man-made light show that's been going on more than 3/4 of a century.
The illumination of the falls began here on a regular basis back in 1925. There was an interruption during the early years of the Second World War to conserve electricity, but in 1944 they were turned on again and have been on ever since.
There are 21 of the xenon fixtures, and they each provide 4,000 watts of light.
There's 11 pointing at the Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and there's 10 facing the American Falls. 7 up on the existing platform where we are, and there's 3 down in the gorge shooting directly across at the falls.
The xenon lights are the same kind used for the beam that points to the sky at the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. Each bulb costs more than $1,100 and lasts about 4 months.
They are sometimes compared to sunlight with the brilliance of it, because it actually has the same color temperature, 6,500 Kelvin temperature, as the sun. It's basically daylight being shone on the falls.
We took our Travel Channel cameras behind the scenes to take a look at how the man behind the curtain of Technicolor has been illuminating the falls for over 43 years.
You really feel like you got a little power under you. I guess it's human nature, you know, if you're in the right place. It's like an entertainer, I guess.
There are 5 different colors, enough to entertain an infinite number of visitors.
You could play there all night and never duplicate the same color if you wanted to. But I never got tired of it, all the years I've been here. And I really look for a nice, cool, crisp night, and that's when they're at their best.
Niagara Falls. The visceral power you experience here is unmatched anywhere else. Whether it's the attractive power that tempts adventurers to test themselves against the angry waters, the potent power of love that draws honeymooners here by the thousands, or even the electrical power that is born here and sent out to millions. One of the great natural wonders of the world. The ever-changing falls will always surprise with its many moods.